In this video, we will see the latest moves from Bill Ackman. We will take a look at his portfolio. We have the information on Dataroma as of Q1 2025, and you see that you have plenty of moves. He bought some things, he sold some things, so it will be pretty interesting and we will cover all his positions. In case this is your first video from this channel, welcome. My name is Christophe Nour. I've been investing in the stock market for almost a decade now, and I have achieved a performance of 25% per year, copying great investors like Bill Ackman. So as always, when this is the season and all the portfolios are updated, I take a look at all the positions. So we can start with Bill Ackman, and the first position of his portfolio is Uber Technologies. Bill Ackman has been very vocal about his position in Uber. When he announced that he bought the stock on Twitter, the stock immediately jumped 10% or maybe more, and since then, well, it's very recent, but since then the stock is up and at all-time highs. So in the short term we can say it's a win, but Bill Ackman doesn't invest for the short term. I recently read all his letters since ever actually, and the holding period from Bill Ackman is a couple of years, so it's actually too recent to call this a victory. Some people might like it in the future, but in the short term, but this is not what we do on this YouTube channel. So we will see in the coming years how the investment thesis develops. But the points are very simple. This is a leader in his category. Uber is a great company, and Uber is a company that is growing profitably now. By the way, if you want to outperform the market with a proven investing strategy, I've created a free guide that shows you how to do it step by step. Just comment guide below and I'll send you the link to access it on demand. I can show you some stats. I can show you that the revenue, look at this, in blue at the left of the screen, is growing nicely. You have that's not a niche market. The total addressable market for Uber is great. And now the company is growing profitably. It's very recent. If you look at the free cash flow for this company, look at here in blue. For the past few years, the company was burning cash every year, was not profitable. And then since a couple of quarters, the company is now profitable. If you look at the same chart on a quarterly basis, look at this. In blue here, since 2023, the company is now generating positive free cash flow, which is really good. Same thing for the net income. You don't have any losses right now. You have things in green, so positive net income, which is great. Seems like the company has increased their prices. Seems like they have economies of scale. Seems like the company is operating at a high level right now and delivering strong value. And based on this free cash flow, the company is valued right now at a price to free cash flow of 25 and expected to grow in the future. And you have a PE ratio of 16 for the moment. So yeah, maybe the Bill Ackman sees strong growth in the future. Maybe, this is what they have done in the past, right? So I see no reason why the revenue will be dropping in the near future. So if the company can continue to deliver profitably and continue to grow in the future, this can be a leader. I don't have much conviction in Uber because I don't see a customer experience that is great compared to other delivery services or taxi services. But I completely understand the move on Bill Ackman. Uber is a great company, and I think Bill Ackman is in touch with the CEO, Dara, and they've talked a lot. And he acknowledges the power of having a great management. So we will see, wait and see. This is the biggest move on his portfolio right now, and very, very interesting. So we will see this for the long term. The second position is Brookfield. I'm a shareholder of Brookfield, full disclosure, and I like that he bought more. Brookfield is an alternative investment vehicle in Canada with a great management, a great CEO, and a great vision for the future. So if you think AI is real and you will have plenty of infrastructure built for AI, Brookfield will benefit from this new era of digital world. And actually, Brookfield reported earnings a few days ago, and their earnings are really good, really great. Everything is going in the right direction, up and to the right. Wonderful management. They are doing buybacks. They are growing 20% per year. Things are going in the right direction. So glad to see he bought more. This is Q1 2025. So these reports ends at the end of March, without taking into account the correction in the stock market. So without taking account the small bear market we had in April and beginning of May. So maybe in Q2 2025, in 3 months, you will have more moves from Bill Ackman. And now I want to talk about something that is quite important. You see a complete sellout of Nike. And I saw some people on YouTube or Twitter saying that he has lost conviction and maybe this is the bottom. If Bill Ackman is selling a stock, this is the bottom. This is exactly what happened for Netflix, right? I have the time in this video. So in 2022, Netflix, Bill Ackman. In 2022, Bill Ackman invested in Netflix and the stock was down, going down, and he sold at the absolute bottom of the stock. Maybe you can see, what can I show you? Sold too quickly. Okay, normally you can see at the right of the screen. Sorry if that's small, but this is the stock price for Netflix, and Bill Ackman sold all the position at the bottom, and now the stock is at all-time highs. So people are making fun of Bill Ackman because of this, disregarding of his past experience. So unlucky timing, and he had good reason to sell at the time because it was scary, so completely understandable. And now that the stock price for Nike is dropping like a rock, let me show you the stock price for Nike. Okay, very well. Let me put in English. Now that the stock price of Nike is dropping and dropping, some people have said, yeah, this is the absolute bottom and Bill Ackman is selling, so it will be like a Netflix scenario and it will go to the moon now. Unfortunately, this is not what the truth is, because he sold his Nike position, but he is still investing in Nike. And I can show proof of what I mean. If you go through the 2025 annual investor presentation from his fund, Pershing Square, you will look at slide 57 and they talk about Nike. So let me read what is happening here. Nike update. In early 2025, we converted our Nike common equity position, so the stocks, the shares, to deep in the money call options. New structure allows us to preserve the upside potential of owning the stock outright while unlocking capital to make new investments. Yeah, you unlock some cash if you do this. So they used all the cash that was freed to buy Uber, basically. Positive intrinsic value and low break-even price minimizes likelihood of loss. Over-the-counter derivatives such as equity options do not appear in 13F filings. So people that did their homework were aware of this and did not panic. I don't know how many posts I've seen on Twitter saying that Bill Ackman has sold Nike. Well, I suspect that these are people that have not read this, so it's normal. But it's completely normal. Don't panic over this one. If you are a Nike shareholder, they just told you in advance. This report, this investor presentation was released, I don't know, in February, in March. So they told you in advance that you will have this this move and the stock will not appear on the 13F filing. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Multi-year term offers duration, blah, blah, blah. Okay. We continue to believe that Nike has the potential to be one of the great large cap consumer turnarounds. Yeah, we will see. We will see. Frankly, we will see. They have a new management. They have a new business plan. So we will see if they succeed. Good luck to them. So Bill Ackman still holds Nike. Okay. And by the way, another tip if you want to go through 13F's filings. So looking at the updates of the biggest investors on Dataroma or other websites. On Dataroma, you only see the US holdings. So this fund from Bill Ackman They also own other companies that are not in the US. MG, here we go. Yeah, sorry for the delay. UMG, Universal Music Group. Yeah, I was blanking on the name, sorry. So yeah, this is an international stock. UMG, they have a position in Universal Music Group. As always, just type this on the internet, like Pershing Square investor presentation, and you will have all these slides. So they have this investment that is not appearing here on the 13F. For some reason, Dataroma is only focusing on US listings because of the 13F. So maybe, I mean, you have other websites that are gathering all the holdings of all the portfolio, but the interface is not the same. So yeah, we will not go through UMG and other international stocks. This is a minor part of his portfolio. Okay, next one on his portfolio, 13% of his portfolio, US portfolio, is QSR. QSR, Restaurant Brands International. This has not changed. Bill Ackman has made a fortune investing in restaurant brands. If you read his letters, he has deep expertise, deep knowledge into the restaurant branding, quick service restaurant industry. So everything related to food really and drinks. You have HHH Howard Hughes. That's a little bit tricky because he plans to buy more Howard Hughes and make it an investment fund. Maybe you will have better other videos on YouTube that will talk about this topic. You have a reduction in Chipotle, Mexican Grill, 12%, nothing to worry about. You have a stable position in Canadian Pacific Kansas City. By the way, this is a good company. I'm actually quite bullish on the railways at the moment. If you look at Canadian Pacific Kansas City, this is a stock that has been going nowhere for 4 years, since 2021, okay? And this is a company that is leading in their operation. The PE ratio is roughly 25. And if you look at the financials, these are pretty decent. You have a revenue that is growing a little bit, but still growing. You have net income that is growing up and to the right. They generate free cash flow every year. And well, they have some debt, but this is the way the company is structured, right? This is a company that is really, really decent, available at a fair price. A little bit overvalued to some extent, but I would say around fairly priced. So pretty good investment. I'm happy he's a shareholder of CP. You have Google. So you have two class of Google shares, right? You have the A class shares, C class shares. That's the class C, that's the class A. And he sold a little bit of one to buy a little bit of another one. I have no clue why, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all, actually. He's still holding 8 plus 5, roughly 14% of his portfolio. So actually, if you aggregate everything, Google should be the third largest holding for Bill Ackman, for the US holdings. So pretty decent. You all know Google. You have some threats related to AI, and this is why the stock is going down. You have a low valuation because you have more risks now of lower monetization, of ChatGPT coming and eating their lunch, taking market share. But for the moment, the business is not that threatened. In the future, maybe yes, but for the moment, they are holding pretty strong when it comes to fundamentals. Yeah, we will see. Maybe in 6 months it will change, but seems like Bill Ackman is still bullish on Google and not bullish on Meta platforms, etc. Like his favorite position out of all the tech companies, the favorite one from Bill Ackman is Google. You have Hilton that was cut in half. That's quite big, actually. He's been investing in Hilton for a couple of years now, and I don't like hotel chains, actually. I don't like investing in hotels. And but so far, it has been a good investment for him. Look at the stock price for the past 10 years, literally up and to the right. Even after COVID, this was going up strongly. The company has decent margins and they generate strong free cash flow. They are doing buybacks. That's okay. The company is decent, available at a PE ratio of 40-30, between 30 and 40. Maybe this is the reason they sold. because of a high valuation. Maybe the valuation in the past was not that high, and this is the reason. Very, very interesting. If you want more information, or as always, you have slides here. Hilton Worldwide. Here we go. It's a high quality business with a lot of runway, etc. They are very bullish, but they cut the position in half. So I suspect they sold Hilton, one, because of valuation. Secondly, to free up some cash to buy Uber. So I think they financed the Uber purchase with a little bit of selling from Hilton, and then they converted the Nike common shares to a derivative product to finance this. Yeah, that sounds reasonable to me. And after this, you have two tiny positions, Seaport Entertainment Group and Hertz. This will not move the needle for the big portfolio that Bill Ackman has. So I will not cover these ones. These are the latest moves. So basically, big Uber position, very high conviction. Brookfield is still a big buy, big conviction for them. They reduced Hilton. They are still in Nike. They reduced a little bit Chipotle. And that's basically it. A passive portfolio. The big move is Uber. So that's pretty interesting and looking forward to see how it develops in the future. If you liked this video and you want to go deeper, I've created a free guide called How to Outperform the Market with a proven investing strategy. Inside, I show you the exact method that helped me generate 25% per year, including how to build a framework you trust, how to find great stock ideas, and how to build a winning portfolio. It's the same process I use for my own portfolio, and it's 100% free to download. Comment guide below or click the link in the description to access your free investing guide. Just go down there, click the link, follow the instructions on the next page, and I will email you the guide 100% for free.